Hey, we got Drewz Viewz here, and I'm back for a little Car Tuesday where I react to a cartoon episode on a Tuesday. And right now I am doing Try July Week 2, which is where I'm watching the pilot episode, the premiere episode of a different cartoon each week in July. And then I'll be making my decision on what series to do next based on that. I guess maybe a combination of the interest people have in it, plus how I feel about the first episode. Some combination of those things. Now, there did seem to be some good interest in my week 1 show that I did last Car Tuesday, which was She-Ra. Unfortunately, that got blocked almost immediately, so I had to do what I do with a lot of my videos, where I put a separate, the reaction is separately on Dailymotion linked. It would be nice to do a show, the next show where I don't have to do that, but it's possible that none of the shows I'm trying out will be like that, so we'll see. Anyway, today I'm doing episode 1 of Teen Titans. Now, there was some interest in this, so a number of people recommended this to me, including my my own younger brother weighed in and said he was a fan of this one. Now, I saw that the pilot episode is called, what was it called? Something about class. Final exam. So, the first episode, but the final exam? I don't know. I don't really know much about this show at all. It hasn't really been too much on my radar ever. I guess this episode came out in 2003, so it's been quite a while, but that year I would have been a freshman in high school, so I wasn't really watching these type of shows then. And my brother would have been, I guess, like 8 or 9, so that might be more why it was in his wheelhouse at the time, I guess. But hopefully it's good for adults and everything too. I assume people wouldn't recommend it if that wasn't the case, but the type of shows I like, I want to have some good world building and stuff too, and some, some things that make it not just so simple and not just like villain of the week, whatever, not just episodic. I like an ongoing storyline. I'm not 100% sure if this show's like that, but we'll see. It might be a little bit of mix of both. And then I know Robin is like one of the main guys in this, as in Batman and Robin. I don't really know who. I think Cyborg is another character maybe, who I'm not really even sure what he does, but yeah, I think there's like 5. The picture, I had a picture of it before when I was announcing Try July. Yeah, it looks like Robin, I believe Cyborg is that other guy's name, and then 3 other characters who I'm not sure who they are, so I'll find out in just a second here, I guess. I assume I will in the first episode. But yeah, I think it is, it's going to take place in the Batman or the DC universe, so I'm not overly familiar with all that, but I know some things, so yeah. Just going to go ahead and get into the first Teen Titans episode. Let's see what we got.
The Hive Academy for Extraordinary Young People is proud to introduce this year's top graduates. Gizmo, the boy genius whose intellect can conquer any problem with an inventive
I don't think
solution.
these 3 are the Teen Titans.
Jinx, the enchanting sorceress, whose powerful hexes mean bad luck for her enemies. And Mammoth, the genetically enhanced giant whose unstoppable strength speaks for itself.
I don't know, these seem more like villains, maybe.
Well-organized, highly trained, and combat-equipped, these new Hive agents are the perfect fighting force. And for the right price, this ideal team can be yours.
Well, Mr. Slade.
Hype.
Impressive. My plans demand operatives who can function in the real world.
This also, yeah, would seem like a villain type of guy, so...
They'll have to pass one final exam. Destroy the Teen Titans. And then we'll talk.
So I guess the Teen Titans going to be already a known quantity going into this show, then. It's not like they're assembling in the first episode here. Wow, I'm liking this theme song. Teen Titans. Sounds a little bit like Secret Agent Man. 60s song, I guess. Teen Titans.
It's gotta be around here someplace. Ugh. How could you lose the
Green
remote?
dog.
What makes you so sure I lost it?
It's that guy.
Cause you're you?
Things disappear. How am I supposed to know where they go?
Well, how am I supposed to watch TV without a remote?
Just get up and change the channel.
Not in 2003.
Good, cause it wasn't funny. Now either help us look for the remote or go back to
This
your
is
nasty
a
old
pointless
booking.
argument. I'm telling you, I didn't listen.
And that is
They
the
all live
secret
together?
to traveling faster than light.
If you want to blame someone,
Combat practice is this afternoon.
We must mend your dispute by the sharing of unhealthy junk foods.
Stop him!
That's certainly unhealthy.
Go out for pizza.
Can we please just order something?
as long as it's vegetarian.
Stepping on the
Come on,
Ninja
man, how
Turtles
can you deny me the all-meat
property over here.
experience?
Dude,
Even saying dude.
So with pickles, bananas, and mint frosting.
She like doesn't understand
Starfire?
typical
Not everything on the menu is a pizza topping.
Starfire.
There's no meat and pepperoni.
Begin phase 1.
It's a trap.
Don't buses normally have drivers?
And don't baby carriages normally have babies?
What a bunch of kludge heads. You guys want to get pizza?
This isn't over.
Bloodsheads. Where do they get that word from?
who are these guys? And what's a clutch head?
We are the Hive.
What do you call an idiot with a rocket on his back?
Dude.
Alright, you guys might want to practice your insults, your quips, as well as your formations here.
You fight like a boy, and you're gonna croak like a frog. Ha!
So this guy can just beast turn into any type of beast, I presume. But they're all green still.
Or are we getting our butts kicked?
It's just you.
Gee, Scrum Buffer. Sure hope your fancy plan includes get.
Robin!
He just fell into the center of the earth.
Did happen. We cannot change the truth, no matter how much we dislike it.
Who knew we had a doctor in the house?
What's her name?
Maybe y'all should call me Flyborg. I was halfway to Gotham City before Star zapped that thing off my back. Tell me how we kicked their butts. Come on, I gotta have the play-by-play.
We're not sure.
Not sure? Why are you not? We searched every.
I should have been there. I should have known.
I do not understand.
He doesn't really look
How
like
could
a
you
teen.
not find him? People do not just
Or
vanish.
sound like one.
He has to be someplace, so go there and look.
I'm sure he's fine. He'll probably turn up any second.
Robin!
I bet it's not.
You guys got lucky last time, but you're in our house now.
Yeah, nice place. We'll take it.
Their house is like a giant T-shaped building, I guess. Who's paying for all that anyway? Batman? Or
Here, kitty.
Bruce
kitty.
Wayne?
What's the matter?
It's like the mechanical spider from Wild Wild West.
Not Helen? Guess I'll have to take you apart and find out.
Buster.
Oh. T-Rex.
Oh, you got so much in zit!
Did his voice change?
Yo, what are you? My systems!
I guess the cyborg's like half robot, half human or something. I know that character was in the Justice League movie, I believe, but I never saw it. Well, looks like you lost your house.
Afterlife, you snot-eating losers!
I don't know, did Robin maybe fake his disappearance so he could do some research on the villains or something?
Where is Robin? I do not understand.
We searched everywhere. So, who else never wants to go surfing again?
Not now, man.
Hey, I was just trying to.
Perhaps I could be of some assistance.
I got it.
But you are so damaged and...
I got it! Got kicked out of our house, a pint-sized Poindexter took me for a joyride, and in case you haven't noticed, I just became left-handed!
Enough!
I wish Robin were here.
Well, he's not! Don't you guys get it? They won, we lost!
The Teen Titans are finished?
Not yet.
Oh, yeah, you gotta make it through the first episode, guys.
Not if I can help it.
A little to the left. A little more.
Putting it up on the wall like a hunting trophy.
Slade's gonna have kittens when he hears we whipped the Titans.
Slay?
But that's the only thing fashionable around here.
Tell me about it. All their food is way out of date.
Wait till you see their music. Crud. Snot.
Yeah, 2003 was the new metal era, so it's probably not great. CD collection there.
Snot.
His arm just acting on its own, because Cyborg didn't seem to think, or he seemed to think it was over. Or it's part of Robin's plan, I guess.
Sorry to interrupt the victory celebration, but like I said, this isn't over.
Attack pattern alpha. Hey, Robo-Wimp. Feel like getting hacked?
Nope. How about you? Robin, now!
Off me! Get it off me!
Beast Boy, go!
Huh? Come on, Slade.
Who is Slade?
Slade?
Wouldn't you like to know,
I thought they were saying
Barbrain?
Slade before. He's that one-eyed guy.
assure you, such failures are not tolerated within the Hive.
Actually, your agents served my plans quite well. I never expected them to succeed. They were merely
really?
messengers.
Who is Slade? Who is Slade? Who is Slade?
You want them to know someone is coming after them?
No! This is the worst thing that could ever happen! My tunes, they've been alphabetized. They went into my room.
They actually
No one
cleaned the
should ever
apartment.
go into my room.
You gotta be kidding me. The whole place gets cleaned and I still can't find the... I guess we really ought to be training for battles, tracking down clues, and trying to figure out who Slade is, huh?
We will, but right now, I'm just happy to be
Got a
part
whole
of the team.
season for that. Okay. Well, alright, so that was the first episode of Teen Titans. Pretty simple plot line so far. You know, we kind of got introduced to them, and I guess it's not really a lair when it's the heroes, and their secret hideout. I guess it's not a secret either, really, though. It's a pretty strange looking building, that would be obvious to everyone. But anyway, they all live together, it seems like, and they're already, yeah, like I kind of mentioned going in, when they're already a team and everything. It's not like a story of showing, you know, they're dropping you right in. I'm not sure if this was a comic series first. I imagine it probably was, so maybe people who are already aware of the characters and things like that. For me personally, I wasn't, so obviously I know what Robin does. Cyborg is I guess a robot guy, kind of tech guy. All right, so I actually paused the end screen here toward the credits here. It has the voices and the character names. So Beast Boy, Robin, Cyborg, Raven, and Starfire. I believe that's the 5 Teen Titans. I didn't even hear them say the name Raven, but I assume she's the kind of witch girl or whatever it is. I couldn't exactly tell what her powers were either. She kind of floated, I think. Both the girls could float, I think. And then Star, or they're calling her Star, it says Starfire in the credits. She's like, didn't seem to be human maybe, or like she at least didn't really understand a lot. It's like one of those character archetypes of like not understanding like what a human is, I guess, or like how humans act exactly. Maybe she's an alien or something. I know they have that in DC, like Superman's an alien himself, right? And Beast Boy, he was, I guess, the easiest to tell what his powers are. He can turn into different beasts, and like he was a big T-Rex and stuff, and a small monkey, so it's not all just the same size too. I guess he could just shapeshift generally. Yeah, so if I continue with the show, obviously I'll learn more about the powers and stuff. So Slade is that villain. I guess he's voiced by Ron Perlman. Also, I recognize the voice actor for Starfire's Hynden Walsh, or Walsh. I don't know exactly how you say her name, but she is, I believe, Princess Bubblegum from Adventure Time. And Ron Perlman's on Adventure Time too. He's the Lich, so he plays a lot of villains in cartoons, I guess. Of course, he's like Hellboy and in live action, but so he's playing heroes and villains here. And Tara Strong, the voice of Raven, I recognize that name as well. I think she probably does a lot of VO. Yeah, but based on, yeah, it did say based on the DC, well, I already knew that, based on the DC characters. Yeah, so like I said, it wasn't too complicated or anything. The animation was definitely in that style of kind of, I guess, like a lot of the other superhero cartoons from the 90s and 2000s. But pretty good, held up pretty well. Yeah, I definitely would associate it kind of with I don't know if this was on Cartoon Network. I don't think so. I think it was on maybe, well, I'm not sure where it aired, but I don't think Cartoon Network, but it does remind me of like also, yeah, that kind of era, I guess, style. Yeah, so I don't know, do they go to like school or something as well as being heroes? I guess maybe not. I mean, they seem to just live on their own in this place and everything. I don't know if there would be flashbacks of like how they got together. I don't know, did Bruce Wayne help put them together? I was wondering if he paid for the where they live and stuff. I don't know. I don't even know why Robin's not with him anymore. Is that part of the storyline maybe? Yeah, but got to see a little bit of what they could do for a premiere episode. It didn't go too overboard with giving you information, but saw a little bit of what they could do specifically versus other, I guess, teenagers or whatever they are. Those other 3, the villain team was that got assembled there, even though it was 5-on-3, but I guess they could have had more, showed the Teen Titans were more strong by going up against a bigger group than a smaller one in themselves. But anyway, I enjoyed it well enough. If people like this, let me know, and if you want me to continue on this one. But that's gonna do it for this edition of Try July. Next week I will be back. I'll be doing the first episode of another show that was recommended from the same general era, I think the mid-2000s, mid-aughts, which is Ben 10. So join me for that one next Card Tuesday. Do subscribe to the channel here. Again, leave recommendations, comments, anything like that. But until then, I'm gonna be up on out of here. Peace.
Hey!